So I have had a lot of my artist friends ask me, where do you get your inspiration from for your writing? Where did you get your inspiration from for your book? What kind of things do you like to read? So I have a very special book that I want to show you. It's very dear to my heart. I've read it 3 times. I read it in my 20s, and it just really opened me up. She's my muse. She's just an incredible woman, and her book has sold millions of copies, so it's not like she needs me to promote her or anything, but I'm just helping you to find something to inspire you, especially as female artists. She talks about the wild woman archetype, and in that also the wild man archetype. So she actually addresses the divine feminine and the divine masculine and archetypes, which I just find absolutely fascinating. Her book is a very intellectual read. It's very deep. That's the kind of stuff I love reading, that I can read over and over again and find something new in it every time. That makes my heart sing as an intellectual person. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm not lending anybody my book. Like, you have to go and buy your own copy. I'm just not going to risk losing my copy because I love hard copy books. I love sitting there with a cup of tea with my little boy falling asleep beside me, reading my favorite book and just pouring myself into it by my crystal nightlight. So anyway, here's my favorite book in the whole wide world, Women Who Run with the Wolves, and the Wild Woman Archetype by Krista. I can't say her last name. It's like Spanish or something, but she's an amazing writer. And I was drawn to this book in my 20s because I actually was hiking and came upon a lone wolf by myself, and me and the wolf just sat there and we shared the view because we came to the top of the hill together, and it was very kind of like this picture, not exactly of course, but sort of like that. And I saw this book in a bookstore in my 20s and was drawn to it, and so glad. It was like serendipitous. um, she's just an amazing writer for a very intellectual read, a very deep, meaningful read, but it will open you up as an artist and as a writer. It opened me up with my poetry. Then I think after I published my book, she wrote this book. Um, and basically, it's about how the patriarchy sort of buries the divine feminine or the divine mother um, underneath of more of a masculine role. It's about the imbalance there and why we need her, why we need the divine feminine. So, anyway, those are the books that I love to read. Go and find her, go and buy her books to be inspired and to be mused and to find some divine and intellectual passion.